Listen, let's go Ghalta. Show the Boros what we are up to. By the way, this is a board after a sweeper. Imagine if we didn't sweep the board, man. I could go for... Oh my god, I can go for Ghalta. If I do it right now. We know that this kinda does the job, right? They cannot counter it because it's uncounterable, and they cannot kill it because they have 4 mana on me. And here we go. Yep. Alright guys, do you believe I'm good at magic? I have no idea. Let's see if I am. This will define the whole game right now. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here. I think we finally found the best ramp deck. We've been experimenting with this archetype a lot, you guys enjoying it like crazy, and I'll be honest, I'm enjoying it like crazy as well. But it was hard to make it strong against all the aggro meta decks. And you know what? Splashing red is the perfect fit. Not only you get Etali, that is a perfect replacement for the Titan that is about to rotate out, and it's honestly probably a better replacement than the Titan was, but on top of this you get first Brotherhood and full sweeper for 3 mana that absolutely destroys Monored and Boros, 2 of the most popular decks you will see on the ladder, but you also get things like Volcanic Spite, a removal that also makes your draw and ramp way more consistent. In this deck you really need to hit the cards at the right moment, and this helps you a ton. Hitting land drops, hitting Zendikar, hitting 7 drops, those are key phases for the deck, and this helps you make it, more curved out. So I really enjoyed this deck. I think it's fire, and we had decent results with this one that I think you will like, especially that the deck is so cool to play. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, because otherwise you might miss all the cool new decks that we'll do after rotation. And yeah, have fun with absolute crazy creatures that can be apes, dinosaurs and turtles at one. So have fun guys. So this seems to be a Boros. It could be humans, but it can be just Boros with veterans for the Boros mirror, because our opponent knows that the only games he will ever play is against other red decks, because nobody plays anything else. Alright, let's see it. Swing. That's what they do. And let's go for invasion first. We have a lot of clutter that we want to get rid of. I think 1 Etali can go, because this can be used for 4. Alright, so we can ramp into Invasion of Zendikar. That's a start. That's a start. A vampire. Because why not? You probably play a lot of those. Alright, so that will be interesting, but we can sweep everything except a single bat. That also means we don't lose the ramp. Yep, let's use this one. Like, we don't waste this treasure, which is super important. I think we have to do it, because otherwise we lose the game on the spot. As usually. 3 mana sweeper, already too late. Man, this is crazy. If I had 4 mana sweeper, I would die before I would be able to play it. I mean, that's great. Alright. Let's focus on the game. So, we can get our second green. We'll get double forest from this draw. So I think it's just Zendikar. Yeah, I don't think we want to use it in any capacity. Oh, no. Let's go like this. We go Zendikar, and then we start playing our big creatures. We can even use this to fight and go 2 for 1, but we probably will go Etali, because it's 3 for 1, basically. Now let's go double forest here. We definitely want this green mana. Alright, they're doing cards, so their next turn will be pretty powerful. And we can use this ramp to go Ghalta in... Oh my god, we can play literally all the creatures. Did I win? Alright. This feels like Knight of Chaos. 1 click, 2. Alright, they just Warden. Alright, so this will be 2 damage. They have a white board, but I think we can do something about it, and we can get rid of the Warden, so the only flying creature will be this one. Alright, listen, let's go Ghalta. Show the Boros what we are up to. By the way, this is a board after a sweeper. Imagine if we didn't sweep the board, man. Okay, so first we want to go... Okay, first Etali. I don't know if that matters, alright, but I'm still going for it. First Etali, because we might... Well, no, they enter the battlefield. Still, we are going with Etali first. It fights a creature. We fight this one. It will have flying on the next turn. War Leader's Call. We absolutely take this. Glimpse the Core, sure. Probably not my favorite here, hit from the deck, but it should be enough, right? And we get rid of his board while having what? 29 attack on the next turn. So even, well, the veteran actually really helped him because there is a chance he might survive the hit. That's a Get Lost. And let's see the last card. If they don't like it, they can cycle it. Knight of Chaos! Impressive. Alright. Very good for our opponent. Kogla doesn't have trample on the second turn. Alright, a very insanely good draw. You know what? We could also go for the Ridgeline. But I think the Tyrant is way too important. Alright, so we use this. We get this on Etali. Because this has trample, so it's usually better to have high attack on this card. I'll take it. This is a very nice draw. Not for this turn, but for the next one. And this should mean... I mean, we're doing it now, but we will use it on the next turn. And with this, I think we should be okay, right? And I think we keep everything just to block, because on the next turn our attack will get only better. And this will be really hard for them to kill us. Even if they draw a land, they cannot get Recruiter. If they get Recruiter, they cannot go for the Evangelist. So they are not in a great spot. And I think we flip something. Do I want to discard a card? No. So we probably go for a 4-4. Yeah, because then we get the extra value. If they block... Do I really want to force flipping? Yeah, this is better on the offensive. I actually really want this. Because then we get another trigger, we get life gain, we get cards. And we also get another blocker, so it's kind of the same as Etali. We can use it to, you know, block the clutter, while the big creatures will take Knight of Chaos. Here it comes. Please enter the battlefield and save me, my friend. And Zendikar is such an insane card in every matter. Oh, and we could activate the map token, but it's not a very good play, you know? It feels smart, but it's not very good. Alright. Let's see. The full swing. Oh, our opponent is not good at magic. A good Boros player would top deck a Recruiter. And then he would be a Mythic. So this is interesting. Our opponent still wants to play. Let's go for this one. Smuggler's Surprise. I think this will be very, very fun. We want to go for all the modes. Honestly, I don't think we need this one. Let's just go for this. They cannot kill our creatures anyway. Alright, Rex into a land, I guess. So I can fight one of the creatures if we care. Right, so we keep this one, because this doesn't have Summoning Sickness. And we fight the biggest blocker. It fight. Oh no, we don't have a creature. Right, because we sacrificed that one. Alright, I think it fizzles, right? Yeah, because the version that entered the battlefield doesn't exist. But I still want the big one. So I should keep the other one and go for the Haste and Trample, just to give it a trample. It doesn't super matter, but you know, it's still better. Oh, you know what? I think this is a fitting end for our Boros opponent. You know, let's show him where he is in this game. Yep. Looks better to me. Oh man, that was really close game. Let's sit. A good ramp, a good sweeper, absolutely zero reward for ramping. Let's go. Let's go. I want to sit a single Tyrant from the top and we win. We have a lot of creatures. We should be able to draw one before we ramp into 7. But if we don't, it's not a great situation, you know? Let's go. And I want Brotherhood Sand. That means we just tap out every turn and we sweep when there's enough. Probably after Kumano flips. Alright, Feldon. So they will get some cards. Unfortunately, it's a 3-3. Alright. We have to Zendikar, right? I mean, we are Brotherhood's ending on the next turn, so there is a maybe some reasoning to go Ergamon, but if we play this, we can get 2 extra mana, so we can play this anyway. So I think it's just strictly better. Alright, let's go for green, and... well, red, because we actually will need triple red on the next turn. Alright, so they will go for absolutely insane damage, we'll sweep everything, and we need a good draw. Alright, Squee is pretty devastating, but fortunately we have a very good answer to this. Alright, this is... maybe this is something, you know? So, first, we sweep the board. As you can see, pretty needed in Standard. You cannot play the game if you don't have 3 or 4 mana sweeper, like you instantly lose always. Let's see the card. Oh, so they played the version with the sacrifice, right? They only need red mana for this. They want to go another Feldon, so that leaves 2 mana at most. I think we go with this and we go for the forest. We get some mana. Alright, and there is a chance we will have to go for the, you know, milling 4 cards, because it doesn't seem we are hitting stuff. Alright, I don't think we will die yet, but we'll die very soon. We need the Tyrant. Like, we cannot go 1/4 of the deck and not hit our 7 drops. Like, the whole deck resolves around them. But apparently we will. Apparently we will. How much mana do we have? 9. That's a lot, so 6... 8, 9. So we can get all the creatures, but if we mess, we lose the game. Well, I mean, let's go, right? Let's go. Our opponent is like, what's going on? Well, this is what happens when you hit the rampart, but you don't hit the, you know, reward for rampart in 1/4 of the deck. That's on the very bad side of the draws. Alright, so now they're cooking. Charming Scoundrel, I wonder what they will go for. Honestly, I feel that Treasure might be the best. Wicked Roar, on the cheek. Yep. Alright. I mean, we could kill one of the creatures, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright guys, do you believe I'm good at Magic? I have no idea. Let's see if I am. This will define the whole game right now. If we hit double Tyrant, we instantly win. Like, they cannot beat this. We won? We are good at Magic. Alright, I don't know what the ordering is, so I'm just going like this. I will put this one first. Did I do it right? Alright! See? I'm really good at Magic, I told you. There was no chance this guy's ever winning in the game. We're just way too good, man. Yes! Yes, I will. Yes, I absolutely will. So, we kill the chick, that is the... Do I want him to get 7 cards? Does it even matter? We don't have reach. So I think we actually kill this. We will sweep the board fully, and I don't think they can deal enough damage indirectly. Oh, right, because this is his turn. It's easy to forget we are playing during his turn with double, you know, 7 drops. Alright. That's a lot of triggers. And it fights the creature, right? I can actually go with the Tyrant. That gives him 1 card less, so why not? Why not? Well, there might be a Monstrous Rage, so this might go for... But he cannot kill me, right? Especially that it might give him the answer, like double play with fire. Like, he might have 1 in the hand, and then he draws another before this resolves. So it's not worth to kill Feldon. This could give him the win, if we misplay this part. And now they need to have perfect answer right now. But with so much life gain and so many creatures, like, yep, the game is over. See? I told you, if we are good at Magic, we are just... rolling. This is indestructible. Honestly, I should go with Etali maybe, just to prevent more damage with Monstrous Rage, but he needs to double cast it to have any impact, so it's not worth it. See? Guys, this is how you win. You just need to, you know, make the right plays, and the play was hitting 2 huge dinosaurs from the top. Alright, let's sit. Our opponent on the play, no sweeper, no removal. Not amazing, but we can cycle some of the cards. Alright, let's go with the tap land first, of course. We have the red mana from it, so that's good. I think we'll start to ramp with Glimpse the Core as hard as possible, because we can double ramp. And that's nice, that's a good start. And we need to get into the 7 because we are against Dimir, probably control. So bad things will happen to our creatures. Duress. Unfortunately, they will get the hit on invasion probably, but it's fine. It's still one of their cards. And we have Mirrex for the next turn. We can actually start Mirrexing them and see, what happens. We cannot ramp them. I think they should go for invasion, especially that we probably don't need double Mirrex. Alright, well, look at you, just being great at magic. We will double cast, so first let's go with this one, right? And, well, we don't have a land for the next turn, to be absolutely honest, so do we really flip it? Yeah, we actually need this land. Alright, let's go for Gleam's Decor first. That was a little bit of a choice. And with this, we can make sure that... Okay, so they don't have a counter spell. I like those cards. Let's take them. Alright. Alright, here's our ramp for the next turn. And listen. We know that this kinda does the job, right? They cannot counter it because it's uncounterable, and they cannot kill it because they have 4 mana on me. And here you go. Yep. Well, I hope you can pay the word, my friend, because that's not a Void Rend, and that's the only card that kills this. Our opponent is in oopsie mode. What will we get? You may discard a card if you do search for a land or battle. Yeah, that's about it. Do we want the creature, or do we I think we just go face, man. Like, we can later flip this if, like, we need to take the time while we have it. That's the first 8 damage, and this is still not answered. Our opponent needs to play a sweeper like Deadly Cover-Up right now, and that cannot be done with a tap land. I don't think they can kill Rex. This is the power of the card, man. When this goes early, like, they just don't have enough. They cannot pay it. They have full hand of removal and nothing can be cast. Oh boy, Smuggler's Surprise. That's actually kinda perfect. I think we attack, and then we try to protect Rex. This is indestructible. So when they Deadly Cover-Up, they have to tap out fully, and then we protect it and we kill them. Alright. Okay, I thought they have something I didn't think about. But yeah, I don't think they can kill it. They don't have enough to pay the ward. And the beauty of this play is they will be able to kill it, but they need to tap out. That means Smuggler's Surprise goes through. They will have 1 open mana, so even if they play Spell Pierce, which they don't, they still cannot counter it. Unless they play Minor Misstep or something that counters a spell for 1 mana, they cannot do anything against this. And with Trample, we could see everything exactly as planned. Well, can I get more? Man, I can just go Mirrex. So, yeah, I think we go just this. Because I just want... Oh, right, it doesn't protect small creatures. Here you go. Here's your sweet man. We have him on the ropes. We predicted everything he will do during the whole game, and our plan is just going through. And now, even if they kill the Rex on the next turn, theoretically, if they didn't die, Mirrex will get them because they're at 8 poison. Alright, opponent goes first. And, well, very slow hand, but we have some nice answers with... Yeah, like, we have interesting plays. Oh, the discard. But we know the deck, right? Sweeper is not the worst against them. Spite. They're on the play, so they will hit Braids very quickly. I will risk it. Very scary discard. Let's go for the tap land first. We don't have too many tap lands because we shouldn't have in the ramp deck, but this is such a cool card that I decided that it's worth the spot. I think we just go get rid of Kogla and go for Etali. Like, we need the rest of the cards, I think. Our opponent is very good at magic so far. They forced us to discard at very cheap cost, but soon they will be out of those things. And with 3 mana we can actually Brotherhood send already. Hopefully they don't have more pixies. This is a Bright's turn, we don't love it. Okay, no braids because of the tap land. We need to top deck a land, which will be hard. Farmhand. So theoretically we can fully sweep the board right now, if we want. And we might have a dead turn to do it, so there is a high chance we actually will do it. They still have a good sacrifice, you know, target. Oh, I missed the land. That's horrible. This is like really bad. Alright, let's use our last sweeper. Right now we are at full mercy of the Shuffler. We need two lands from the top. First for Zendikar, second one after the shuffling. Not very good at magic. Not very good at magic. At least we can kill something and cycle one of the cards. We probably get rid of the Rex. Our opponent will get a good top deck because of the Scry. He paid 3 mana to get it, so, you know, it's absolutely justified. And 2 bottom, so this is actually a fully random card. I guess there were 2 lands on the top. You know what? I'll take it. It's definitely the worst spot in the whole game to draw a fast land, exactly after it stops working. But we will get there. Because of this, Spite is actually decent. I think we can get rid of Rex, because we want to make sure that we negate the next threat. We don't know how much time. This is a decent draw. It's not a land, but it's kinda slower land, you know? Alright, so they will get a good draw, but maybe we got enough time. Unfortunately, this will be the first turn when we don't have mana for the Spite, so it might hurt us. It might absolutely hurt us. I think we open with the Tyrant for the life gain, so Etali gets more value. I don't think they can answer it. They can force us to sacrifice it. And do we go for balance mana or double green? I honestly think we just need double green here. Unless we do like 4 greens decor from the top, you know, it shouldn't hurt us. Alright, I think we are getting there. Tyrant. Go, my minion. And now we are starting to draw cards. I think if they don't play creatures, that's a lot of sorcery sacrifice effects, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually can kill this. But this will cost them a lot and it will give us so much value. You know, they have this Thieving Blade or something that is 2 mana and forces to sacrifice. If they don't have it, they actually cannot compete against us. They can go for the Throat first, then go... Oh, alright. I mean, that's an exile effect. Extremely good play for them. Okay, that's the absolute best case scenario. Alright, so what do we do? If we play the land, it doesn't change anything. So let's go for Etali and try to hit some good creatures. And be good at magic. They will be able to remove it. But let's go for those cards. Let's go for this one so they don't get the effect. Oh, alright. I'm rolling the dice again. I will just keep playing their deck. Oh, sure. I will take my man. Etali just drew us 4 cards. Is there something I want to bounce, like Etali? I can play it on the next turn as well. So they will get rid of the Tyrant. I don't know, man. I don't think we want to bounce anything, really. I actually want them to use the Rite of Oblivion to get rid of Etali. It's better for us. And let's play the land. It should be on the dinosaurs, just to have more mana. And even this Pixie will actually become threatening, because we will have the priority on the loyalty. Even if they play one now with Pixie, they will be behind on stats forever until end of game. And as you can see, they just cannot match this. Man, Etali proved to be an absolute perfect replacement for Titan. Alright, our opponent goes first. We don't have a sweeper, we have very good ramp, but I'm pretty sure we won't have time to do it. We have, 2 ramp into 4 ramp into Etali, and I think we'll die in between. But we'll see, we'll see. Alright, the Tapland, that's nice. We don't have Taplands, we'll have some pain. Let's go for the Mountain, because we might actually draw a forest naturally. That will save us 1 damage. Not a big deal, but maybe makes a difference. A duress. They should go for the Zendikar, because they cannot prevent the Glimpse Decor. I will highlight it, hoping that they will take the bait, but they won't. Like, it's too obvious that Invasion is the only missing piece. The forest. Alright, let's go for it. I mean, this is a bit of a slow ramp, but, still ramp. We still ramp every single turn. And we have enough lands. They know that the Etali is the next thing they need to get rid of. Alright, no creatures, so no extra damage. We will play everything, you know, during our turn, so the flip won't happen. This is a nice one. Alright, I can draw a card, but it's not worth it. I think we just go with the, you know, good old ramp. Oh, I cannot stop the face. Ah, too slow. Alright, I didn't want to show that I literally don't have anything. Are you serious? Oh, he's so good at magic. The card I didn't see since half a year. Here it comes. To get rid of my, you know, ramp that is absolutely resistant to duress, which is actually played. Not amazing, not amazing. But now they know that we have two of those creatures. Etali is still the better target. Yep. Extremely insanely good draw by our opponent. Also gets, you know, this gets flip, so that's insane. Alright, I'm not super happy about it. This is not the play you play around. This is not something that normally happens, but it still happened this game. So, I think we actually, like, 6 mana. So I can kill this. They have to sacrifice it then. And then we get a creature. We can discard a card with no issues. Like, it's not a problem for... Well, I guess it's a little bit of a problem. The other thing is to destroy this. But they can sacrifice it in response. That means that we don't get the card, right? I'm not sure. I think we might get the card, right? Because the wording is destroy up to, and it's dot and another effect listed after it. So I think they are separate effects. So I'm not sure, but I think we might get the card. Is it worth it though? Because we still need to discard. Maybe you just try to play into Etali. We have 6, 7, 8, so we need one land from the top and we can cast Etali. I want the 7/7 in the board. Like, even though they protect this, they cannot go through it very easily. They need to use a removal. Unfortunately, this will tax our, you know, cards, which is not amazing, but our opponent just got the draw of his dreams, also with duress to mess with our, you know, ramping, so you cannot go better than he did so far, and I don't have doubts he will have no, you know, go for the throat for instant removal, but that also means he cannot play a 3-drop nor a 4-drop. Oh, sorry, it's even better.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate
our opponent doesn't know what the dead draw is, and every turn it's just literally the most perfect answer you can imagine. So we are in extremely hard spot right now. We need to either draw a good card, which we want. At this point, we are not in a great spot. This also means that we won't get to Etali, because this will get discarded. So even though normally this extra land would make a difference, it doesn't make a difference at this point at all. We have to discard, not amazing. We take more damage. On the bright side, he also has to discard something. A creature, a playable creature, that's interesting. We can get the Mirrex, so we will get some damage on Liliana, unless they whiff on 5 damage, which is not worth it. Is there a oh right, they want to... I think they discarded it for extra damage? No. They should exile it, I think. The creature. Alright. We are still not dead, so with some good draws, there is a chance we might recover. I think they are waiting with a removal in hand, because they not only have Liliana, probably also go for the throat. Alright. Listen. I don't have too many plays here. Let's be honest, we have only one thing to do. Oh, you are so great. Imagine being so great at Magic. And this is how I look after seeing all those absolutely normal top decks. Our opponent has 8 damage, this is 9 damage. We cannot block, so that's a game. He knows we have no cards, and I mean, that was a shuffler game. Let's play another, because this kind of draw doesn't happen more often than once every, 20 games. So, Painland is not amazing. But we can cast the Spite. See? I tell you, man, I can feel those things. Let's go for the Mountain first. It suggests we might be a mono-red player, so no. Alright, a Cave Enjoyer. I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. Let's go for Glimpse the Core. And let's get our natural forest, because we definitely need some lands. If we can top deck a land for Invasion of Zendikar, that would be... What can I say? I'm just a really good player, man. If I didn't draw this, the whole game would change so hard. Alright, let's take one forest and one mountain, because we need to live in balance in Gruul. And on the next turn we are not guaranteed to hit a, a land, so we will go Glimpse the Core and we'll probably Volcanic Spite. We could attack him, but I don't think it's worth it. If we can cast our creatures... Oh man, we could go... No, we will probably play Etali, because we could go for the Tyrant. Sorry, bro. We could go for the Tyrant and then flip it to get a card, because the creature enters the battlefield. Okay, just making sure it doesn't hit battles. We can flip it at any point. So I missed 4 damage, but we got way more. I could go for... Oh my god, I can go for Ghalta. If I do it right now. Yeah, and our opponent now knows why we were thinking. And I think a bad end will happen to our opponent. Here it is. See? Absolutely amazing synergy. Also rotation proof fully. Will it leave? Yep. Yep, it will. Hello there. I could attack first, but then I missed my combat phase. And you know what? I like my combat phase. I don't think he can match this, guys. No Ghalta. Let's just go for those. We could draw a card with this, but it's not worth it. I mean, this is a good value, right? To his 4 lands. Oh boy, like... I told you, man. Well, well, well. Another ramp and another epic day with cool creatures on the channel. I have to say that this Splashing Red with Etali actually comes from one of your comments. One of you mentioned, hey, why not play Etali? And it clicked in my mind. Man, it's genius. Not only it's a perfect 7-drop, it's an extremely powerful 7-drop, but we actually have such a good mana base that splashing one color is not a problem for us. So it's just a perfect fit, and especially getting extra creatures, especially if there's Tyrant in the board, not only gets you the value from Etali, but also the value from the Tyrant. So it's way better than normal playing 2 cards, because every card will draw you another card and life gain 3, and sometimes this one extra value that you will get from Etali can be the difference between winning or losing just because of the life gain, and suddenly they cannot kill you. You can even hit something with power 4 or higher from your opponent's deck, because those creatures exist, like even Shrouded. So with Tyrant you can actually life gain so much by playing a single Etali. I don't even want to talk about the chain of Etali, hitting Etali, 4-drop from your opponent deck, then you play Etali, then you hit it. Like, theoretically you can get like 20 life from this. So, it doesn't happen very often, but it's good to have this kind of upside in the deck. And Kogla and Yidaro, honestly, I wanted to try it. It's probably the only ever occasion to use this card. Is that something that was worth the expectations? Honestly, I didn't super like it. I never used the discard, thing. That seems to be nice. It's good to have a different mode for your 7-drop in case you cannot ramp into it or something. And drawing card is always nice, but it just didn't really hit anything. And as a creature, it is worse. This is one of our few creatures that doesn't have trample, and it makes a difference. Fighting is nice. Fighting is actually a big deal, because you can not only block one creature with full toughness, because you will heal between the turns, but also remove one of the creatures, for example Knight of Chaos or something. That means this can defend 2 creatures alone, and that's a big deal. Very often when you play your 6 or 7-drop, your opponent has 1 turn to kill you, and after this you win. So if you can mitigate the most damage, that's a big deal. It's kinda similar to a Titan in a way, because it creates 2 creatures basically. Just the second one, is invisible. It fights the target. So I kinda like it, but it was probably the weakest drop of all of them. So maybe you can find a better replacement. I didn't check for it, so I'm not sure if there's anything better for 6 or 7 mana. We already have full set of Etali, and that's probably the best red creature for this deck. So, you know, I checked some dragons, but none of them made sense in the deck. Like, they were cool, but they were way worse than Etali and way worse than Kogla. So yeah, about the, you know, removal part, I really enjoyed it. I think this is what made the deck better, right? Because we were talking about the result. We went 5-5 with this deck on the ladder, mostly against red decks. So I'm super happy. We also beat control with this one, and we even beat this Orzhov, you know, bounce discard thing that is extremely powerful deck with, you know, not many weaknesses. Like, it has decent matchup against anything because it's quick on the early game, while it also can provide a lot of value. So I'm pretty happy because we beat different types of decks and it felt powerful. So, you know, results in like 10 or less games, I don't really pay too much attention into them because sometimes you just have a lucky or unlucky streak and that's enough to absolutely skew the results. However, after playing with this deck, I actually felt that it has a fair shot against the decks, because with Brotherhood's End, you can match everything. If you hit this and you sweep the board, that very often is alone, you know, enough to win the game. And with all of those creatures, especially with Cavern of Souls, so if you hit a control deck, you can force Etali to resolve, hitting not only, you know, another 7-drop, but very often something cool from your opponent's side, Jace, Emperor, those kind of things. In future, only Jace, I guess. So the value is absolutely insane, especially if you start chaining the Tyrants. It's also not easy to remove it. They need specifically Sunfall, especially that the Farewell won't be here and White Marches won't be here. So a little bit less exile effects. So honestly, I like the deck. I think it's the most powerful of all the RAM decks we have been, you know, doing lately. And yeah, it was really fun. Red makes perfect sense with this, you know, archetype. We went a little bit lower on the surprises because we need to hit, you know, Spite, Brotherhood's End. One of the changes I am not super sure about. Ironcrack went into Invasion of Ergamon just because I wanted to have this flexibility with cycling card while also keeping the ramp from the treasure. However, on your perfect curve, it's not the same as Glimpse the Core, because you want to ramp into 4 mana, play Zendikar, and then go into 7 mana. However, in this deck, if you use the treasure for Zendikar, you don't have it again for the Etali. So that puts you behind 1 turn. However, it increases your consistency. It's a nice target for, sometimes you can even spite it if you want the creature and keep going. And, you know, you can also use this treasure as a manual ramp basically to hit 6 or 7. We actually have 4 6-drops, so in some draws 6 mana is enough. And yeah, that was the assumption, but maybe Ironcrack is better. I was a little bit scared because Ironcrack gives you the colorless mana, treasure can give you the red mana for Brotherhood's End, and you really need this on turn 3 or 4 at the most, you know, at the latest. So that was the key thing that convinced me to try this one, just because the colorless mana can hurt you in this kind of deck. So yeah, that was the choice. I'm not sure if that's the best. You can test both, you know, I think both should work in different ways. Alright, short intro as always didn't really work, or outro, I think I said intro, that means it's time to end. So really hope that you enjoyed the deck and, you know, the whole idea for the ramp cycle. You guys seem to be enjoying it, so I'm happy to provide. And yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you for watching, you're absolutely awesome, and see you guys tomorrow.